Hello and welcome back to Divinity Original Sin 2, me Barden. Right, so first off, I want to get some books read, so we've got a lot of books that we need to get through. So let's do this for starters. Start with this one. 1235 to 1242 AD, the rise of Alexander. Here the historian Hubert tells the story of the Divine Order after the death of Lucian, from the beginning of its internal divisions through the rise of the Void Woken to Alexander's appointment of Dallas as his advisor and a rapid rise together to the head of the order. With Alexander as the God Woken, the one chosen to succeed his father, Hubert suspects, without naming names, that some within the order are less than confident in Alexander's chances. Okay, let's read this one. Tales of the Seven Gods, we've already read that. T is for Troll by Harlan D. The term troll behaviour refers to the way trolls live their lives, from killing and feeding to rorting and courtship rituals. Once you've begun to identify the trolls in your local meadows and caves, your next step is to find out how they behave. Luckily, this book is here to help. All trolls make for formidable foes, not just due to their size, but due to their talents for health regeneration. Half dozen adventurers could spend many a minute slashing away the troll, only to make nary a permanent mark upon it. Some adventurers insist that burning or poisoning may prevent the troll from regenerating. Imagine their surprise when a troll wields those same skills against them with no apparent harm. This is because some trolls are weaker than others against certain elements. Virulent trolls will use poison freely, but are averse to the sun and keep the shadows. They are vulnerable to fire, which is just as well. You need a torch when searching for them. Blazebone trolls are eternally thirsty, and thus tend to congregate near rivers and ponds. Use poison on them if you wish to halt their healing capabilities. Amphibious trolls can breathe both under and above water, but they prefer clean, fresh air, given how quickly their tender lungs fill with fog and smoke. Behavior notes. Dead fog kills most living things instantly, but trolls may actually develop immunity with mild, prolonged exposure. If you encounter such a beast, they may be harmed only when a curse is applied to their appropriate attack method. Thralls are typically omnivorous, but many are known to develop a taste for humanoid flesh. These creatures often lose their weaknesses entirely, though as constructs of flesh and blood, they are not indestructible. Okay, so poison troll use fire. Fire troll use poison. Yeah. Amphibious troll use smoke. Looks like, yeah. Smoke or fog. Okay. Recipe for cursed poison flask. We'll read that. A darkest night, put on your mask and decant out one poison flask. Into that murk then will be absorbed a fresh and juicy round source orb. Then at completion of your task, in your hands a cursed poison flask. Okay. Let's read this. The bluegill mushroom is said to be able to survive storms, waterlogging and even catastrophic flooding. They thrive in wet environments. In fact, tea made from these mushrooms is known as duckback, leaving the drinker resistant to water. Okay, interesting. From all things metal, sharp and mould, a rune of frost with water cold. To summon magic, add the dust, and make it truly marvellous. Okay. Riker's message. Let's see what he has to say. Godwoken, I've no doubt you return with tablet in hand. Forgive my presumptuousness, but I've readied my underchamber for your arrival. The entrance is within whispering distance. Riker. Okay. The Feats of the Four, we've read that before.
What do they call her? The axe?
This is a book of songs and sonatas written by the great bard Kirill, the greatest composer known to both living and undead. One song in particular catches your eye. The springs mix with the rivers and the rivers with the sea. If the waters may duly merge, then why not you and you with me? Okay, let's read this one. The Essence of Existence, Volume 2. The gods guide our every twitch and twirl, the devout tell us. Yet they also tell us that the seven themselves are guided by the tapestry of time, where all of existence is written in the most indelible of inks. Are we to believe that who we love, what we speak, and where we journey is determined by an unknown hand and policed by unknown enforcers? Impossible. Within this universe we inhabit, where fruit falls from its trees to the ground, and not into the skies, where the sun lights the days and the moon our nights. In that place, we are free to act of our own will, wherever the laws of wind and thunder allow it. Okay. An existential crisis. Okay. Interesting. Let's read this one. The Essence of Existence, Volume 3. It is wrong to kill a man. Or is it? What if that man has killed another? Is it wrong then? If yes, then what if he has killed 2 others? Or 3? How many shall die at his hand before we can put him to death with a clear conscience? It is wrong to steal. But is it wrong for a poor man to thieve bread from a rich man who stores loaves in abundance? How empty must the thief's belly be before we forgive him his crime? How full must a rich man's granary be? There can never be one law that answers the question of what is right and what is wrong. There is only a river of justice, steered by the impulses of men and women, gods and goddesses, chance and nature. Okay, interesting. So, do we need to find Volume 1 of that, probably? Do we actually have Volume 1 of that? Okay, so that has to go to Where's. We've already read that. Let's read this one. Okay, we read that one as well, so you can go to Where's. How about you? Death is not the end. The handwriting is recognisably Cranley Hubert's, but the spidery script betrays a certain nervousness as he describes the dark arts of necromancy. One suspects the scribe lacks the stomach for discussions of the transmogrification of flesh. The reader may imagine the writer's skin crawling as he talks, the dead returning to life, or of the living going to rot. Okay, so that can go to Where's. What's this next one? On lizards. Cranley Hubert's description of the lizards begins and ends with the houses of war, law and dreams, and tells great tales of physical perfection, intellectual rigour, and the importance of bloodlines in the middle. He also tells what he believes to be a tall tale about dragons. He finds lizards impressive indeed, but not to a draconic extent. Okay, that can go to Where's. How about next? On elves. In outlining the physiology and, to him at least, mysterious culture of the elven peoples, Hubert expresses admiration and fascination. But while he is careful to note the enormity of the suffering visited upon the elves at the culmination of the last great war, his text smacks more of self-congratulations than of any real empathy. Okay, go to Where's. Next. The Path and the Pilgrimage by William Bradford. Only the most faithful will make the expedition. Not all will survive it. But should you wish to travel to the great city of Arx to celebrate the divine Lucian, I can surely map the safest passage when embarking from the Reaper's Coast, on foot from the fishing village of Driftwood, through Paradise Downs, or over the mountains into Arx. Do not sail directly into the cities. His harbour will be so lively as to be impenetrable. Okay, so stick that in Where's. Let's read this one. The Birth of the Seven. Pretty sure that we've done that, so let's add that to Where's. Herein Hubert recounts an encounter with a pool of blood that rises from the floor and attacks him. He barely keeps his life. Once one suspects he loses his lunch. Add to Where's. Let's read this one. Sacrifice the golden glitter, melted in the cold blue river. This paradox and magic's wonder. believers reap the rune of thunder. Okay, so to make your
Could be worse, you know.
thunder rune, you need something golden
See how.
and cold blue river.
could be a
So
dwarf
ice,
for
something ice.
starters.
Okay. Small thunder rune. Okay, let's add that to wares. Read this one. Amadouver is a particularly tough piece of fungus, highly sought after by potion brewers. If you can manage to harvest it, the resulting concoction will grant the drinker skin as thick as Amadouver itself, temporarily of course. Okay, so stone skin potion. Okay, let's read this one. All may not be as it seems. The ability to change from one form to another has been the stuff of myth and legend for as long as people have told stories. While he does not rush to judgment, for Cranley Hubert the idea seems potentially heretical. He does, however, seem deeply fixated on the possibility that a man, and it may be noted that Hubert is indeed a man, may spend time as a chicken. Okay, so we know about that. Let's read this one.
Malicious general in charge. What do
A
they
breathless
call
and
her?
only marginally
The axe?
fantastical description of a flying insectile voidwoken. Okay, we've met plenty of those. Go there. Let's read you. Tales of Seven Gods. Okay, we've read you, so you're going to wares as well. Oh, you go to wares. Read you. Jack, Jack, come bouncing back into my arms. Jack, Jack, step by step, you put me under your charm. Jack, Jack, smiling Jack, a smile that I am caught in. Jack, Jack, laughing Jack, forever in my heart. Play, Jack, play, play and learn. The world is ever turning. Live, Jack, live, play and learn, until long after I am gone.
You could
Okay.
be a dwarf for
We're going
starters.
to wares. Let's read this one. The Adventures Field Guide. Back in my days, adventuring was about survival. You made your own food, your own weapons, and you rested under a starry black sky. And if you made your own metal armor and it squeaked a little, you simply used some drops of oil in the right places, and you were good to go. Nowadays, you see young guys flaunting the swords that they got for their 16th birthday, and 2 days later, they buy a new one. And what good will this consumerism do them? None, I say. I survived out in the wilderness for years with the same equipment and came back richer. Oh, and I for one did come back.
How can you afford his stuff?
Okay, let's do that.
I got me a sweet deal.
Of Rangers, a certain rueful tone enters Cranley's text in this short piece about the various hunters and rangers he has come across during his time wandering in the wilderness. A couple of them, he notes, he even nearly met, although generally in the dark corner of a tavern, never in the woods. He at least seems grateful for the fact that none of them sent an arrow his way. Okay, so you're going to wares.
Could be a dwarf for starters.
Dallas the Hammer and the solution of Fort Joy. In profiles so complimentary it may almost be described as gushing, Hubert tells the story of Dallas the Hammer's rise from her exploits in the war against the Black Queen as a leader of integrity and steel to becoming the architect of Alexander's program of suppression of sorcery and the creator of the camp on Fort Joy. He lauded her intuition, her drive, and, most of all, her compassion and grace in dealing with the sorcerers, whom he describes as poor unfortunates. Okay, we're poor unfortunates, are we? Okay, next one. Although he admits to having very little interest in oil, Hubert's knowledge of the Voidwoken born of that element seems surprisingly intricate. Okay.
Well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can.
On dwarves. In a long and occasionally rambling tome, Hubert waxes lyrically about the Dwarven Kingdom and its increasingly large diaspora, whose existence and at times precarious situation he blames squarely on the Dwarven royals, all the way back down the royal line to Tenax himself,
How you holding up?
and a combination of reckless hubris and feckless strategic incompetence. Okay, so due to wares. The next one. Lucian's Crypt. Hubert notes here muses upon the nascent conflict between paladins and magisters, within the Divine Order over the custody of Lucian's mortal remains. To sum up, the Paladins gained custody of the body, but the Magisters gained a headquarters in Arx, site of the new cathedral beneath which Lucian would be buried. Okay. That wears. Let's read this. The Path and the Pilgrim by William Bradford. Only the most faithful will make the expedition, and not all will survive it. But should you wish to travel to the great city of... Okay, we've read that already. Okay, so go to Wares. Let's read you. The Serpent of Stone Garden by Merlin Voss. Few may hear the calls of the long dead, but for those of a particular nature, the dead are as loquacious as the living. Those so blessed and cursed are drawn to the Stone Garden graveyard, where they might learn the ways of the ancients and beyond. One such mystic was Mangan Oaks, who gained expertise in both traps and petrification, and, it is said, rigged his own Stone Garden sepulchre with fossilizing mist to petrify meddlesome invaders. Well, we know that because we got trapped in it. Okay, let's add that to Wares. Read the next one. Okay, we read this, haven't we? Yeah. So we're going to Wares. Then let's read this one. Within the children's rhyme written on the pages, you find a curious chant entitled Alice Allison. Alician? Okay. Don't get close to Malice Alice, else she'll turn you to a toad. Don't you dare kick Alice Malice, or you'll be all pigeon-toed. She'll sick her rats and call her cats. She'll feed you to a camp of bats. Don't say hi to Malice Alice, or you fly off as a crow. Okay. You can go to Wares. Into the Deep, my adventure in the mines of Craxcar by Rubenus Longbeard. The author says he travelled the famous mines and claims to have met many dangerous creatures of the deep. Strangely enough, he doesn't seem to mention a single creature that you have ever heard of. The editor's note at the end describes the book as a dwarven social satire. Okay, you can go to Wares. Next, let's read you. The Path and the Pilgrimage by William Bradford. Only the most faithful will make the expedition. Okay, definitely read that. The healing effects of the penny bun mushroom are well known all over the land, although you may never expect it from a small brown toadstool that seems to favour dark and damp places. This inconspicuous fungus will happily cure whatever ails you. Okay, nice minor healing potion. You can go to Wares. What's this letter? Here I detail my complaints about the poor conditions in this prison. The food is bad, the guards are cruel, and the cells are... The rest of the text was obscured by red ink, and the following lines have been added in a shaky hand. The food is excellent, the guards are fair, and the cells are really quite lovely. Obviously the writer had a mysterious and sudden change of heart. Yeah.
Nothing good. Avoid
Okay, let's add that to Wares. Let's read the next one.
You're here to protect us.
An old nursery rhyme reads, come join me where it's hot, come join me at the fire, come join me round the pot, that's how we make our dinner. Okay, yay, cooking station. Okay, hopefully now we can actually use cooking stations. And then you should go to Wares. Okay, next. In Darkest Night, we've read that already, haven't we? Yeah.
You eating any of your own fish?
There you go.
You kidding? I don't eat what I say.
I can deduct some recipes from this book, but this reads more like a puzzle than a recipe. I will have to experiment with what I can learn from these rhymes. Fire with sharp things, and water with sea brings, earth scrolls with blossoms, and air scrolls with cotton. Or other soft things you find on the roads, combined with an essence that turns paper to scrolls. Okay. Add that to Wares. Okay, with essence of life on paper you write, with a piece of Rivlon's dwellers you cite, the magic desired of offenders mistreat, turn flesh into feather, apply chicken feet.
Your fish stinks of the void. What kind
Okay.
of rat would sell such
Next. Carved from wood, bark and tree, born from fire, blazing heat, fueled by oil, dark and raw, a rune of flame from ashes raw. Okay.
We've got to take what we can get.
Stick you in Wares as well.
Keep talking.
Let's
For you
read
let
you.
that silver.
Rune of magic, bone engraved. The cold of death must meet the bane. Of venom pure, poison vile. Create the venom, rune most vile. Okay, and you're going to where's? Let's read you. Hew and hack from the elder tree. Slice and slash from the elven seed. This is in the blood of grapes immersed. A masterwork rune will soon emerge.
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
Interesting. I think I'm going to keep that one. Masterwork rune seems like good thing to know how to do. You need your weapons redesigned or want your amulet redefined, then 2 small runes you can combine to fight the enemy for a while. But the song which starts as does this rhyme, because when you do go out of style, and once again 2 runes combine, then front is back, first and last in line. Okay. 6 new recipes learned. Okay, cool. And then you can go to where's. You don't need. Can we read you? This is the most curious stone tablet. Most of the etchings carved upon its face are not words but pictographs. They do not relate a history or tell a fantastical tale. However, they detail the construction of a side. The artifact is not pristine, however. Someone has crudely scratched a modern word below the ancient drawings. Swarmbreaker. Okay. Let's read you.
Yes, of course.
Here the historian Hubert tells the story of divine order after the death of Lucian. Okay, we've read that already, so go there. Magic in the air. Hugh Hubert warns of the dangers of those sorcerers who may manipulate the very air. The wind, he says, may be bidden and twisted to unnatural ends. And lightning, he notes, may very well strike twice, or indeed thrice, should the victim be deemed deserving. Okay. Next, on elves, we've done that one already. Oh, let's put that back up. Okay, next, we've read that too. In short, Mr. Hubert tells the story of the Kraken. He believes he was once on night passage aboard a large ship when a small boat nearby was taken. One suspects he believes the Kraken to be far smaller than it actually is. Yeah, because the Kraken took our big ship at the start.
You kidding? I don't eat what I sell. I usually buy from over.
Graceful script and precise musical notation decorate each page of this beautifully bound hymnal. Not every scholar could comprehend its meaning, but you are able to decipher it. The Taming of the Holy Fire. Guardian burning bright with soulful flame, abide the sacred call, reveal the godless hall. Winged keeper, song doth bid you break, the priest shall scry the demon lies, the chain awaits their captive. From stone to dust, from stone to dust. Okay. Go to where's. Let's read these Riker's messages. Godwoken, I've no doubt. Okay. That can go to where's as well. Okay. Assassination contract. Subject Godwoken. The master agrees to your request, Wolf. Should your word be as abiding as your claim, then you have nothing to fear from the Black Ring. Your task is simple. Eliminate Godwoken, including Lucian's spawn, should the weasel make a squeak. We won't dictate your methods, nor will we reveal our motives. Extermination is your only concern. The Black Ring does not tolerate failure. Payment will be offered immediately upon proof of fulfillment. Okay. Okay, so you're something that we need to keep, I guess, because we don't have the option to add you to wares.
I don't eat what I sell. I usually buy from over there.
The page lists no title or author. The handwriting is painstakingly neat. I am a man of my word. Alas, so is he.
That's all you need to know.
I have prided myself on being my own man, but the spectre of mortality proved my weakness. I allowed myself to be seduced into the covenant. I gave myself to him as his servant, as his warrior, in a rich existence. It is my one regret. I am sworn still. Soon, however, I shall be unsworn. The key that will free me from these shackles is soon to seek entry, and I shall be a most hospitable host. Okay, so that's obviously Riker. Let's add that to Wares, and let's read this one. When I was a little boy in the deserts of Meds, I spent a lot of time wandering around alone. Once I found a pebble, small and bright and green, like a fiery eye. I never saw a petal like it before or since, though I've seen its colour in the collars we clamp on sorcerers. I brought my pebble home and showed it to my grandfather. He was a paladin, but very old. He said to me, "Now, this is something, young one. This is a completely new kind of matter entirely." His eyes glittered with zeal as he found a way to expand my discovery into a sermon on the void and its seductive evils, as usual. A wise child would have cottoned on to the fact that one could often trust the first thing out of grandfather's mouth. The thing said before any filter kicked in, but the second thing, the lecture piece, together by a fraying mind, those words could be disregarded. No matter. The seed of discovery was planted. I cherished that pebble, through childhood and adolescence, into the divine order and the life of a soldier. It saved me always and gave me hope when there was none to be had from the world. It reassured me that I was special. Okay. The green stone. Let's add that there. Riker's journal. This should be interesting. Aventurum 3. At last, I think I've discovered a method of keeping my home and gardens in good repair. The inhabitants of the stone garden are just lying there anyway. Why not put them to work? Aventurum 5. They raise from the dead easily enough, but my word, as they ever a fright to look upon. Are they ever a fright to look upon? I have fashioned some garb for them that will keep their true faces hidden, and hopefully hold in some of the smell also. Aventum 13. I must confess to growing fond of my silent companions. They never argue back. They hop to work at the slightest order, and best of all, they keep the riffraff out. Okay, we're going there. Riker's dusty letter. Riker, the contract is mine. I'll pay you an execution fee of 25% if you take out any of my marks, but do not presume to go over my head, Roost. Okay, so he's not at the top of the pecking order. Godwoken. I've no doubt. Okay, same thing again. Wow. Okay, so the game obviously put them in a lot of places, so we'd be able to figure out where to go. The page looks to have been ripped out of a large tome, said by locals to be a shard of the infamous weapon known as anathema, and perhaps even responsible for causing Joanna Surrey's descent into madness. If the aging dowager was ever aware of the family heirloom value, she never let on. In the months before her death, Joanna's mind was lost to hate and hallucination. She would come to mysterious chant 213. Okay, we know that. That's for opening the door, wasn't it? Yeah.
You could be a dwarf, for starters.
So that's one to keep, because we can't, yeah. Okay. Ripped page. We can add that to Wares. Okay, let's read this. Inventor's Diary. Okay, we read that already actually. That helped us when we were doing the machine, wasn't it? I don't like it here, and I don't like it at all. There's something coming, some fell thing, something that claws around the edges of my senses, worming its way in. Today I saw a glowing blue light, and it spoke to me. I turned to tell my friend, and he was not but glowing light too. And when I screamed, he laughed. A laugh so hollow and black, I thought it was the end. I wish it were the end.
That's all you need to know.
Colleagues, it has come to my attention that some workers have been slacking off. This is unacceptable. Okay, we read that already as well. So you can go to wares. So we probably read all of these then.
That's all you gotta think about right now.
Yeah, we've read that, haven't we? So, oh, you're another one that we have to keep. With the passage, yeah, that's definitely something to keep.
How you holding up?
Note found under Shipwreck Magister.
Not in any mood to talk about it.
We read that, so that can go. Oh, that needs to go up there actually. Okay, up we go. I think we read that too. Yeah, we did. Okay, so you can go down here, and then you can. Okay, no. Right, so anything worth keeping should go on Sabile. Hopefully, I remember that.
You're safe among friends.
Right, and then your stuff can come down here.
You eating any of your own
So we
fish?
read all of these.
You kidding? I don't eat what I sell. I usually buy from Ovis over there.
Ovis? How can you afford his stuff?
Yeah, how can you afford his stuff?
I've got me a sweet deal. And that's all you need to know.
Okay, now let's add those to wares. No. It's immune to poison. Wow, that's good. Good to know. Yeah, I should actually use examine more. I never use examine on enemies.
Could be worse, you know.
Hard to say how.
You could be a
Okay,
dwarf.
and then
for
let's just check
starters.
down here. Right, so there are some books on Lose. Okay, hit list. So we'll just check each of those out, and if we're going to keep them, they can all go to Sabile. Okay. That can go up there. There's no reason to keep that one, but I just like to keep it up there as well. Actually, let's just read you just to make sure. Yeah, you've already read that, so you can go up there. Be sure that you've been read too, and you're important, so you up there. You've definitely read this as well. Up there you go.
Smells worse
And
over here
this one.
than a dozen rotten eggs dropped
Okay,
in a
read
vat
that
of
too.
vinegar.
So up there you go.
Then don't
Okay.
come over. Not like you're buying anything.
So that done.
If I
Then-
don't come visit your tonne, who will?
Let's go to the book guy because
You
he
like to know.
should pay. I don't know whether he does pay more for books, but it would make sense if he did. Let's chat with you.
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all
Back
right.
for a return visit, are you? Have at it.
You're safe among friends. Never
Got
forget
yourself
it.
situated.
Okay, so let's offer all of our wares.
Fine, you're here to protect
Okay,
us.
and then I want to take those scrolls as well.
Yes, yes.
And then let's just give you cash. I've already checked here. Oh, I didn't see that one before. We've got that one. Somewhat fire slug, that'd be nice. Epidemic of fire. Maybe later. At the moment, I think we've got enough stuff.
Keeping it together, Bree?
So let's accept that.
I'm all right as long as I don't.
Right, so that's just done with the reading
Yep.
stuff. Now we are going to go back to the
Never
Stone
forget
Garden.
it.
So let's waypoint our way there. Stone Garden, there we go. Travel there. So I know there's another place in the come on brain, in his mansion, or whatever you want to call it, that I found off camera. So I'm gonna go. Where's his house? House over here. So let's go there. So we're gonna go in and do that. And then after that, then we'll have a look around outside. Oh, we may as well talk to her as well, actually. Yeah, let's talk to you before we go inside. Would you mind stopping, please? Okay.
She hums quietly. The notes move in rhythm with her wandering eyes.
Riker can't hurt you anymore. Or anyone else, for that matter. Not anymore. You and the servants are free.
The lizard pauses, and a smile crosses her face.
Me belongs to
Yes.
me. Servants belong to the hall. That's the way I
Good.
like it.
Her hum returns, soft at first, then blossoming into a full-fledged hymn.
10 spans under, humans slept. 10 spans up, the dwarves were kept.
Okay. So, let's see. Nope. One Hydra Fist requires finesse. No. Boots requires intelligence. +1 sneaking, dodging, not good. Or not great, should I say. Telekinesis, initiative. Guess we'll take that one. Okay, accept that. Right. Now, inside we go. Oh, no, don't do that. Don't close the door. Don't close the door. Just go inside. What the? Now we want to go inside. There we go. Okay. And then over here, there's another way down. So we're going to hop in there. Then you're going to go talk to you.
I hear something scurrying
Yeah,
around.
it'd be him.
You, apple tater cheese.
Are you hungry? Well, I'll drop you some food if I get the chance.
The rat's tail twists and untwists. His ears cock and uncock.
Food, food, food.
Okay, that's nice. What have we got? Dot's collar. Okay. Thought that would be something important, but it doesn't seem to be. Okay, let's check over here. So it's a shell and some lemon and that. Okay. Medium healing potion, we'll take that. Check the vial rack. Okay, more stuff there. Let's open this. Okay, nothing inside. Let's check over here. And here. Okay. And then I think that's everything up here. We'll check those. Been over there. So let's head on down here. No, hi there. Betty. Hi, Betty. Let's talk to you.
The turtle looks up at you, slowly. It looks down, slowly. It looks back to you.
Ah, you
Slowly.
sad.
Lucky in life, unlucky in love.
Are you in love with someone that doesn't love you back?
She lets loose a long sigh. She inhales. She sighs again.
Rory, the rat. He's just over there. Don't blink or he'll flit right past. Like a rat. He's Grace. I'm Gruel. I'm too slow to give him
Smooches.
smooches. And he's so smoochable. If only I could keep up. I could groan sweet things in his little ears. I could tell him I love him. I could share my beats.
Okay, interesting.
I like beats.
We'll maybe try talk to the rat for you and see what we can do.
Oh, how kind.
but I don't like butter. You could try carrot juice or some kind of nectar. The rats like nectar. Maybe cheese juice. Is there such a thing as cheese juice?
Never heard of cheese juice. It sounds disgusting.
Juice? Oh, that's too bad. Because then you could cheese juice her up.
Yeah.
She grins at her own joke. It takes a good minute for her mouth to reach a full smile.
Okay, so let's pop over here. Got some dinner. Okay, and we got some fish. Right, so all the mention of food and dropping stuff for Rory and that seems to indicate that we've got to basically put down like a Hansel and Gretel type thing of food to get him to follow us. So, well, let's talk to him first though, and then if that doesn't work, we'll try the whole feed him with
Can't talk
food.
hungry.
Slow down, the turtle wants to talk to you.
Hungry cheeseberry.
The rat vacuums up your scent. Its whiskers twitch.
Food.
Okay, so he's only interested in food. So, therefore, consumables. Okay, so let's drop this. Okay, yeah, that worked. Let's drop this. And this. Don't drop any of those. Let's drop this here. Oh. Oh no. What did we do to him? Oh, did we kill him? He's decaying. Oops. I guess we gave him something that we shouldn't have. Okay. Well. Let's make sure that they're not. Yeah, void tainted is not a good thing. Okay, apples may be better. Here's an apple, buddy. And where we put that there. Okay, and where we put some cheese. Bet you like cheese. Oh, we need to move down here. Let's put some cheese here. Okay, he seems to be coming. Good. Then some grapes. Oh, there's some grapes. Poison fish. No, no, no. Void tainted pumpkins. Okay, berry pie. That sounds delicious. Berry pie for you. And then an apple pie. Here. Okay, so let's see if he takes the bait, as it were. So he's doing a lot of feeding. Oh, because he dropped a stack of 5 things there, didn't he? But he should move up to this, to the bread now, yeah. Then he should come down the steps. Are you going to come down the steps? No, he didn't. Why didn't he come all the way down the steps? So, let's see what we can do then. Pair. Okay, so we can put them on the steps. Let's put the fries there. Okay, and then poison bread. Pizza. Rats like pizza, don't they? There you go, buddy. Have a pizza. Have a pizza, then have poison bread. Have a pepper. That's it, buddy. Eat the pepper, then eat the pear. Come on, eat the pear. Ah, there we go. Yes, I think we've done it. Let's see though. Ah, there we go. Look, love. Woohoo! Okay, let's have a chat with you.
He's as cute as a kitten, isn't he?
It's not a place to find a turtle. Who's your owner? Why does she have to have her owner? She's a turtle.
Used to be the ladies. Was there one day and wasn't the next. Riker now. Nice guy.
Riker's a dick.
Gives me beats. I like beats.
Okay.
May the soil under your feet stay ever soft.
Thank you. Nice. So we've got some XP there. Can we talk to you? Is that
We
alright?
make a cute couple.
He's still talking at 100 miles an hour. Okay, so this was, no fight in this episode. So, for those of you who are all about the fights and stuff, sorry about that, but this was definitely one for people who like, the story elements. So wondering, oh yeah, okay, I know where that is now. I was wondering, have we been in there? But we have. So that's it for this particular episode. Next time we definitely will have a fight. So hopefully for those of you who are looking for a fight, you'll be happy with that. And I really hope to see all of you next time. Goodbye. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe you'll hit the subscribe button there on the right and check out some other videos here on the left.